Hey guys, what is going on? Jordan here, and today we are going to start doing our first mods to the 240. What we're going to be doing is I actually got a steering wheel for my protege, like a racing wheel, but the hub didn't fit, and then when I got my BMW the hub still didn't fit, and I really want to put it on the 240, so I ordered a hub for $10, and it'll be nice because the steering wheel kind of sits far away from you, so this will bring it a little closer, and then we're also going to be putting lowering springs on it. So, here's the wheel. Nothing too special, it's not even a name brand, but shouldn't matter. It'll do its job for now. I don't know why it says Type R. I can always like paint over that or something, but here's the wheel, or the rim. And here is the hub. I don't really know what any of this does, but I'm losing parts. Should just line up like this. Now that we have the wheel assembled, we have to take off the airbag. One of the bolts is already done on this side, so you're gonna need a 13. Sorry if you can't see. And there you go. And then there's gonna be a bolt in the middle, right there. So I'm going to figure out what size that is and I'll be right back. So what I'm going to be using for this is 3/4. Not sure if I'll be able to okay, so that wasn't bad. Just put this over there, bring this up, and I think I just messed it up. So, got the wheel all put on. Don't worry, I did put the bolt in. I forgot to, I had the wheel all put together, and I was like, wow, how am I supposed to put the bolt in? So I take this all apart again. And then I took it for a test drive. Made sure everything was all straight, drive was perfectly straight, and the steering wheel feels so much nicer, like I can actually heel toe and stuff, because otherwise like the steering wheel was hitting my knee, so I really couldn't. And the car feels really light now. That's how it looks from the outside. The wheel itself doesn't feel very quality, but it's a wheel that I already had, so I was just going to use it until I get a better one, but it doesn't look too bad from the outside. So now that that's done, we have about 3 hours to take all of the struts off and put new springs on them. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but it's worth a try. I'm not really sure how to jack this up, so we're just going to be doing the front first, then the rear. Really got to get one of those Street Faction crash bars with the jack point. That'd be really nice, but let the time lapse begin.
You don't love me, I just make you rich. I'm waiting for your mind to glitch and decide it's time to change.
So I didn't film me finishing this one because we're on a really big time crunch. We're supposed to be leaving here for Milwaukee in 20 minutes and I still have all the other ones to do. But I'll do my best to film as much as possible for the rest of them. Update. The meet started 2.5 hours ago and I live an hour away, so there's no way that's happening. And this bolt snapped and I have tried everything to get it apart. So I'm gonna have to drill it out, but I don't have the bits to do that. So I'm gonna, oh, and then none of my friends wanted to, help me out and take me back into town to either get a kit to drill that out or a cutting wheel to cut the spring so that I can just put the lowering spring in, and they might not even need to take this out, but this is like stuck right here too, so it's like the bolt's still in there. So now I'm gonna have to ride 5 miles back into town to go buy a cutting wheel or a kit. So I will see you back when I get to the store, I guess. This hill is massive. You probably can't even hear me because of the wind, but I'm about to be going really fast, so I'm going to put you back in my pocket. So I got the disc. My main goal is just get this done before it gets dark out, the fronts at least, and then tomorrow I can always just do the backs. Another thing that I had to do today was change my tranny fluid because the guy that I got the car from said that he was going to change it, but then he forgot. So I did that today, so it's got fresh transmission fluid in it. So that's going to be nice to have. So I guess I'm going to start cutting that spring and I'll let you guys know what happens. Last night my friend Kenny came out and we tried for like an hour, but we were able to finally get that bolt out. I don't know if I said this, but I messed with it for like 5 hours, could not get it out. We drilled it out, then heated it up, and then hit it, and it worked. So I'm glad that if I missed the meet, at least it took me like a day, and it wasn't just like a quick fix that I missed the meet for. But now we can finally get back to the install, and then we can finally get to the backs.
Love me. You don't love me. I just make you rich. I am waiting for your mind to glitch and decide.
I didn't know that the parking brake wasn't on, so the jack is now stuck under the car. I mean, it is a little lower. Not as low as I'd like, but I think I'm gonna go drive around the block quick and see if it gets any lower from settling. So the springs lowered it 1/4 of an inch. So if we look over here, I have 1.25 inch wheel gap. And back here, I have about 1.5 inches. So that's no good. So I'm gonna cut 1/2 inch off the back springs as long as I'm here, and then I'm gonna redo the fronts, but I'm not gonna show you all that. but I'd like to get it to about 3/4 wheel gap with the stock wheels, so that shouldn't really affect the springs much. They definitely felt, when I test drove it, they felt a little stiffer, so it'll definitely be able to handle it. But yeah, that's just definitely not going to cut it for me. So here's how the back is. That's stock, and then we go over here. It's a little bit better. Could go a little lower, but I think I'm going to leave it like that for a while. You got Jordan over here doing a sick whip. Oh god. And then they're
whip. You see that?
they're wrapping Jared's fog lights.
That's straight tape.
You don't love me. You don't love me. You don't love me. You don't love me. I just make you rich. I'm waiting.
So this is how it's sitting on the springs. Sorry about the wind. It wasn't windy until I record, which is always the case. But yeah, this is how it's sitting. I accidentally cut the rears too short, so these are the stock OEM springs that I cut. So this will do until I get coilovers. It wasn't supposed to be like dumped or anything because I didn't want to make the suspension too soft. I still wanted to keep it like OEM looking. Like this looks like it could be like stock ride height, but we have a pretty big problem. So there's no helper spring in there, so the spring kind of just jiggles around. Like when you go over a bump and the load gets taken off, it like comes loose and it like tilts and then like unseats itself from the top hat, and then it like it's just like resting on the strut tower and it's just jingling. I had cut springs on my Protege and it didn't do that. Put in a sound clip, but yeah, like it's just this, you can hear it jingling. Like I tried, like I drilled into the seat on the strut and like used like this wire to like hold it down and on the top hat as well, and that didn't really do anything. So it's just like jingling around, like resting on the strut tower. So I'll put in a clip right now. So yeah, the car's pretty much undrivable. I've been driving it around like that for about a week now. It's so annoying. It feels terrible. It rides terrible. Like it completely ruins the car for me. Like I used to love driving the car like every chance I could, and now after that, that just completely ruined it for me. It's so bad. And then on top of that, the struts are blown too, so it's awful. But coilovers are already ordered, so expect that soon. And sorry that this video has been really all over the place. Like I didn't really show you everything I did. I didn't go really in depth. It's just when you take struts off of a car for its first time, there's going to be setbacks. Things are going to get stripped. Things aren't going to want to come out. That's just the way it is, and from my experience, it's always been like that. But like it really bothers me when videos come out crappy like this and not like really clean and straightforward. But it's not much I can do about it. I was really rushed and I didn't film stuff because I was rushed, but I don't know. I'll try to get better about it. But this video is really long, so this is where I'm going to end it. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and remember bros, keep moving further.